It's the Fantasy Cookout. We're back and ready with my boys, Mr. Marque Wright, the college football aficionado, stand-up NFL Combine. It was awesome this past weekend. I actually watched it for once. And then we got over here Mr. Davon Elder, Mr. Trade for Yourself. Catch him every day. Up just Wednesday. He's every day bringing out that knowledge, getting you ready for this market. Hey, it's stumbling and tumbling right now, but it's the perfect time to get into the market, study, and learn. And this is the man that can teach you right here. Catch his content, like and subscribe on this channel. And speaking of liking and subscribing, like and subscribe to the Fantasy Cookout. We're on all platforms. We're posting. We're doing YouTube Shorts. We're on IG. We're on Twitter. We're on TikTok. Hey, we're going to be putting on Spotify this podcast. So just catch us. And we're going to be talking about all the crazy.
No excuses. No excuses. None.
Not one whatsoever. And we would like to thank everyone that's liked and subscribed to our content already. We appreciate you. We love you. Hey, we're going to keep growing and growing. Fantasy Cookout ain't going nowhere. We like the baby kids. We don't die. We multiply, baby.
This guy's insane. This guy's insane. This guy's insane right now, man. This guy's insane.
Hey, this is what I do, man. This is what I do. All right. So, we gave all the introductions with no technical difficulties for once. Let's move on to the first segment of our show. And like I said, we're talking about the NFL Combine, the QB edition. Now, we had some very interesting talent come up during this Combine. And one player particularly stood out to me. But we're going to go through each one of the analysts, and we're going to talk about which players stood out to them in this Combine. So, whoever wants to go first, raise up.
All rise.
I'll go, good sir.
All right.
The quarterback that stood out to me, I'm gonna go two because I'm gonna go one. Bryce Young, he wasn't there, so that kind of stood out to me. Not that he really needed to be there, because let's be honest, all his work is on tape and we can see it all. But I would have loved to see him with, side by side with his other counterparts, because I believe he may have been the only QB who didn't show. Now, granted, I know he'll be there for his pro day soon, so he's still gonna get a chance to shine. But it'd been cool to see him, with his other, peers, just kind of see how it looks, physically. We know he's gifted, but physically, that's what I want to see.
Very fair. Very fair.
But my surprising guy that I watched was probably Will Levis.
Really?
Yeah. He was zooming that ball, man. He looked NFL ready, man. I like the tape doesn't show it when you watch him at Kentucky, at least not this year. But if you watch his last year tape, it'll change your mind. You were like, oh man, this man, he's a world beater. He can be the next, I'll say Brady. Why not?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean, he has the skills to be Brady. I ain't gonna say he's gonna win like Brady, but he has the skills to be Brady. So yeah. I know those high expectations. I'm sure you're gonna crash and burn. But clutch pearls.
Clutch pearls.
But I had to throw that out there.
All right. Well, damn. It's gonna be hard to beat that one of the shocker. Mr. Devon, what you got for me, man? Who stood out to you?
I have a few things to say. I mean, first thing I want to say is that, and this is just my opinion, guys. Just my opinion. Don't.
All right.
The combine is as the years have gone on, man. The combine has meant less and less to me. It's just, I mean, it's an opportunity for guys that haven't been seen much, the 5th round guys, the 6th round guys, the 7th round guys to show their stuff. But it just doesn't really mean a lot to me. The one thing I will say though, man, is that Anthony Richardson, man, he broke a lot of records. he broke some records at the combine, which is very, very interesting to see. And I mean, if you look at Anthony Richardson's measurables, you understand why he's such so highly touted, in terms of, him coming out. And I'm very, very surprised because I think that 10 years ago, I don't think he would be considered a top 3 pick 10 years ago. I think now, me personally, I feel that the quarterback is, in terms of like the talent that we have at the position, in terms of every single year. I'm talking about when you take all the quarterbacks every single year, I feel like it's just been regressing. When you look at Anthony Richardson, man, he has a lot of talent. The problem is that on the field, he was very inconsistent. He's very inconsistent. Now, you may say, part of that may be because of him. Part of that may be because of the fact that Florida didn't really have the talent that we thought that they would have this year. But I do think that he is a better quarterback than Levis. I do. And I do feel that there's one quarterback that I feel that we need to just pay attention to, man. I feel that guy Hendon Hooker, man. I feel Hendon Hooker, man. I feel like he's gonna do something in the NFL, man. I just really do. He had an injury late in the season, so that kind of put a damper on him. But that's a guy that I'm kind of paying attention to. Me personally. One thing I would kind of like to ask you, Chris, is who do you think Bryce Young is going to? Where is he going? What team is he going to?
Let's always go to our little handy dandy draft order, and we can kind of figure that out. Things are starting to shake it up, a little bit. Chicago, they still have the number 1 pick, and we don't know exactly what they're going to do. And later in the segment, we're going to talk about, later in the show, we're going to talk about the Lamar Jackson Sweepstakes, which is the biggest one of them all. We don't know what's going to happen. Anything can happen. Chicago Bears could give up the number 1 draft pick and something else for Lamar Jackson. Who knows? I doubt it, but
no.
I doubt it. But hey, it could be out there. But let's look at this draft order like we always do. These are the teams, and we've talked about in the past couple episodes which teams really need a QB. Houston, of course, Indianapolis. Seattle definitely doesn't. They're done. They signed Geno. My man, Geno. I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you. Detroit, Las Vegas, yes. Atlanta, yes. Carolina, yes. So he ain't getting past, any of those. I say Bryce goes to Houston, personally. That's just me. Unless somebody trades up with Chicago to get the number 1 pick. But I haven't heard any rumblings yet. Who knows what Chicago could do with that number 1 pick. But if somebody trades up to get him, they would have to pay a healthy price for him. But I think Houston would be the most likely place for Bryce Young. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I mean that one. I mean, to be honest, I kind of hope that he does go to Houston. Southwest has a direct flight out of Birmingham to Houston pretty easily, so that'll be kind of easy for me to get down there. So that kind of be better for me, But that's just
that's what your own personal.
My thoughts, Yeah, that's just my thoughts,
Well,
I can give you that.
I hope he goes to Indy. I think that.
I can see that too.
I think if he goes to Indy, I think he has a better chance of winning faster if he went to Houston. Houston's a dumpster fire, man. Houston is it's nothing there right now.
Houston is.
They're boo boo. They're boo boo right now. So I think I rather him go to Indy. I think he had a chance to survive. And they actually have decent teams in the past. It's a few pieces already there ready to go. They got a decent O-line. They got a running game. Still got Michael Pittman. He's a decent receiver, I feel like Bryce Young can make him better. And probably somebody else will emerge. And they'll be ready to roll. I think you go to Houston, man. Houston just a complete rebuild, man. And I don't think it'd be a good fit for him, honestly, because you gotta understand this man went to Mater Dei High School, one of the premier high schools in California. I don't think he ever lost a game really when he was there.
Yep.
Got to Bama, instant success since he's been there. Yeah, he lost some games at Bama, but I mean, there was heartbreakers or close games, or he lost in a big game. But it wasn't like he just went to just back-to-back losses after loss after loss after loss.
Hey, he went to Bama and he said,
"Give me my money."
That NIL got him paid.
Oh, yeah, but if you think about it, though, he came before it was NIL, so he was already at Bama.
Yeah.
So,
he got that Dr. Pepper money.
Yeah, he was on Bama off the strength. So, in the day, it's like he's never been in a losing environment. And for quarterbacks that have been losing environment, I think it kind of messes with their head. So I think it's easier for a quarterback, maybe like Will Levis, for example. Not saying he should go first quarterback pick. I'm just saying he'd be better equipped for maybe Houston, just because he's been up and down. Last year they had great success, and this year they was trash. And the year before that they were trash. So he already know what it feel to be on a losing team. I feel to be on a winning team. Versus Bryce Young, all he's seen was winners. He haven't seen what the bad looks like. He know what heartbreaks feel like, but not with the bad, when it's consistently bad.
That's true. I agree. But, out of those orders, so just remember this. This is what we got going on right now. So Houston, Indianapolis, Vegas, and Atlanta. Those are the 4 teams that need a quarterback, right? We all agree upon that?
Yeah.
Carolina does as well.
Yeah, but we know like the best picks ain't gonna get down to the Carolina. I mean, hopefully these teams will draft a quarterback, especially this number 8 one, or another scenario we'll talk about later. We'll see what happens with that. But let's go to the combine off the strength and the quarterbacks. We've talked about some of this. Let me present this. Yep. So these are the quarterbacks we got. This is their current rankings. Bryce Young, of course. CJ Stroud, which, really is overshadowed by Bryce Young right now. Will Levis, number 3. Marque's, surprise pick. Anthony Richardson, who's moved up since, his previous. He was pretty much deep down in the rankings the last time we looked at this, compared to now. And then you got Hendon Hooker. So those are your top 5. So, I mean, looking at this list and looking at, teams that need quarterbacks, but we could say either Bryce Young or CJ Stroud could go either one for Indianapolis and Houston, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's an either or.
Yeah.
And so we're looking at, number 3, Indianapolis could probably pick up Will Levis. He'd be, maybe he could fit into that system. Got a, new coach, all this stuff. Is Jeff Saturday still the coach?
No.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
No.
Thank goodness. Yeah, that was definite fail experience. And then you got Anthony Richardson, who could go to Atlanta or the Panthers, right? Those are the. So
I think Richardson's gonna get picked up. I don't think he's gonna be first round pick.
Ooh, I
don't see it.
Okay.
I mean, he's tempting. I mean, like Vaughn said. I mean, he showed out at the combine, broke records, and and no doubt that the man is an athlete. We know that he's a super athlete. But the tape don't lie, man. I don't care what they say. That tape don't lie. I know you can get better and better coaching or a better scheme or better players. He might be better, and it's possible he could be better. But I wouldn't take my chance in the first round. Unless if I really the quarterback for him now, I'm not taking him now. I'm not taking him.
I can agree with that.
I mean, yeah, I understand. At the end of the day, this right here comes down to just time is money. And me personally, I thought that he was going to go back to Florida for a year. I really thought that. I thought that would actually do him well, going back to Florida. Having another body of work. But he's so highly touted right now without having that good of a record at Florida. So it's like, why even go back for a year when you still might end up being a first round pick, guaranteed money? You see what I'm saying? So, I understand it. This is the one thing I hope does not happen in the 2023 NFL draft. I hope that Will Levis does not go to the Atlanta Falcons. If that happens, that is going to be awful. Awful.
It's not going to happen because I'll tell you why. Because I don't think Atlanta's going to draft a quarterback. If they get a quarterback, you're going to acquire one. If they acquire it, it's cool. But if not, they just got drafted one last year. So, I mean,
but he trash.
I don't think they'll pick up a quarterback.
But he's trash.
I know, but really, he didn't get a full season, man. He didn't get an off season,
bruh.
We can judge him off a few games, but at the end of the day, we can't fully say, oh, let's put him out there. He got at the end of the season, but the Falcons was already terrible. They had given up. They stopped the running game. So if you got the money, you already spent it. You're not going to draft another first round quarterback the next season. That just don't happen.
Take your losses. Take your L's and move on. What's his name? Something Ritter. Is that his name?
Desmond Ritter.
Yeah, Desmond Ritter. Yeah, from Cincinnati.
Exactly. I don't know his name, and that's a problem. So, yeah, cut your losses, Atlanta, and look to the next thing.
Yeah, they won't do it, man, because I don't think they got a cap space to do it. Only way you can do it is you're gonna have to move them, and I mean, I don't think it's gonna happen. I think they're gonna roll with Ritter, man. They're gonna either they acquire a quarterback, which we'll maybe see later, or he's gonna have to play.
So, long story short, to anybody drafting next year, don't draft any Falcons, if that happens, 0. I mean, if you want to lose, draft the Falcons.
Were you gonna draft one anyway?
Nope. That's how I think about the Falcons right now.
Yeah.
Whew, they are abysmal.
Yeah.
All right. So we talked about our QB selections. We'll see what the NFL draft comes up with. It happens next month, so we'll get some clarity on what's going on. But let's go on to our next segment. These QBs out here getting paid, man. They be out here getting.
Give me my money.
Woo!
I got money.
Contracts galore. Hey, it might be high interest rates. It might be high everything, inflation. But these contracts getting high too. Boy, they getting high. So, man, these quarterbacks got paid. Look, I'm happy for Geno Smith who got his money. Well deserved. Let's give Geno a round of applause here.
That's what you call taking care of business.
Was it 3-year, $100 and some $1 million contract?
Hey, he making more than he made.
I think around
150.
I think he's making around 3 years, 150, something like that. He's gonna be making $50 million in the first year. $50 million year one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And you know how he got that deal, Von? Now he got that great deal Because he had a what? Because he has a what?
Agent.
Agent. There you go. We'll talk about that later.
Yep, he had an agent. Hey, agents make the difference, man. But we also move on. You got another person who got paid too, Mr. Daniel Jones.
He did.
I don't ever hate on anybody getting their money, man. Look, do I think Daniel Jones is worth it? Nah. But
I think so.
hey,
I mean, look what's out there, man.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't deserve.
But that's why. But if you don't pay him, someone else will take him. That's what I'm saying. Look what's out there. Yeah, look what's out there.
I talked about him a little bit yesterday in IG post. I mean, he was the ninth, highest fantasy QB this season. Really didn't have too many impressive stats. He ran a lot. He ran over 700 yards. Which is pretty impressive, but still. I mean, 4-year contract, 160 mil.
He got a lot of upside, man. I think he got a lot of upside to him.
You're gonna have to, because they in with him. They are in with him.
Yeah, but you can't not pay him, because if you don't pay him, he's just gonna walk. So
true.
I mean, then look at the situation.
True. I mean, and then you got another quarterback who got paid, Mr. Derek Carr. And
come on, man.
How this man?
Come on, man.
Look.
No, man. You disrespectful, man.
No, let's start off with the fact that this man got benched. This man got benched.
That's a fact.
He got benched. He got benched. Look, he didn't even make it the whole season with his own team that he's been playing with, and he's like the leading quarterback there in records wise and numbers wise. He got benched. So this is why I say, because like nobody else would have got a contract like he got. He got $160 million contract too. 150 million, correction. $150 million contract with the New Orleans Saints. This man is making $37.5 million a year and $100 million guaranteed. $100 million for a guy who got benched.
Hey, man. Don't get mad at him, man. That's a good agent.
I know. Look, this is all I got to say. He walked up in the Saints office and organization and said,
"Give me my money."
That's all he said. He had guns sticking up like he was Ice Cube, demanding his release from his deal with a baseball bat, and said,
"Give me my money."
This man does not deserve $160 million. How he gonna get a better contract than Geno?
I mean, he's better than Geno, so I will say that.
I mean, that's not. I mean,
every day, twice on Sunday.
But that's the thing, man. Like he hasn't really accomplished anything. I mean, he hasn't been to an AFC Championship game. He hasn't won a league MVP. He hasn't won Offensive Player of the Year. I mean, Derek Carr. I mean, Derek Carr is a quarterback. I mean, he'll probably put butts in the seats, and he might give the Saints 8 to 9 wins. Not nine wins will probably win you the NFC South next year.
That's what I was about to say.
And they'll give you a home play. And they'll give you a home playoff game, and you'll take an L against whoever you'll be playing against in the wild card. And so, I'm telling you, man, Derek Carr, man, Derek Carr getting this deal, man, it just reinforces that, hey, this is just a business. These are billion-dollar operations, and they need somebody in the seats that can at least deliver the ball to Chris Olave.
Yeah.
If Alvin Kamara can actually play, if Alvin Marque can actually play, hand the ball off to him, things of that nature. But I mean, hey, he got his money. He doesn't have to worry about anything. So,
hey, and the people in New Orleans, man, they're not complaining. They're not complaining, man. Like what I've been hearing, they glove they got Derek Carr. Like they're not clamoring for anybody else.
Dude,
But
this is
there's
all I
nothing
gotta
else
say,
out
though.
there
I don't
either.
know.
So, like
I don't know what
said,
they're.
he's circumstance of the market. It's really the market that dictates what he can pay.
Dude,
And the market
dude.
is low for quarterbacks.
Look, this is all I gotta say, man. Chris Olave is a late second round, early third round pick in your NFL draft. Because if you look at what Derek Carr did with freaking Devontae Adams last year, he's about to get all the targets. Chris Olave is about to get every last goddamn target there is, even if he's double covered, triple covered, quadruple covered. They can have the whole defense on that, and he gonna get the ball. So, yes, Olave will get his. Congratulations to Olave. Round of applause. But a team as a whole, they're going to be. I don't think the Saints are going to do anything. I mean, they could come out of the division possibly because their division is weak right now. I mean, Tampa Bay lost freaking Tom Brady, and they're restructuring everything. Panthers, they don't have shit. The Saints, the Falcons, we just talked about them. They just cheat. So yeah, they'll probably come out.
You got to do it, and that's why they got them. And that's why they got them. Nobody has a quarterback in the division but them.
They can have a shitty division.
Yeah, I mean, but strategically, as the Saints, like Davon said, it's a business, and they look at the overall landscape of the division. Like, hey, look, Carolina ain't got no quarterback. Then we bring in a new one, most likely. Falcons gonna have a second year quarterback who ain't played but 3 games. Tampa Bay don't have a quarterback. They're gonna be breaking in 1 too. We can have one who has experience, the 1 games, and ready to roll.
Man, congratulations to the people that draft Chris Olave next year. Congratulations. Yep. You should have you a number 1 receiver. You should have a number 1 receiver.
Late second round, early third round. You know, that's why good wide receiver right there. Yeah. But, hey, we'll talk about the other conundrum that came up later on. But Daniel Jones, it also came up that, we found out that, I forgot his name, that Saquon Barkley got the non-exclusive franchise tag. And he's guaranteed his $10 million, but he can be shopped around now. So, do you think the Giants keep Saquon?
Yeah, I'll keep him. Yeah, they'll keep him because they stood by him, man. They could have been cut bait after that second injury.
Yeah, I mean,
second year. So I mean, Saquon. First of all, Saquon should be thankful he's still playing. So that's why he's gonna accept that tag. So I mean, I don't think there'll be no animosity on that. He's gonna just earn his way. Like if he did his thing like he did this season, he's gonna be okay.
What you think, Vaughn? Think he's staying?
I think he will. I personally do think he'll be staying. I think that the Giants may actually be able to work out a deal, possibly. I mean, I really haven't been following. I really haven't been following, his contract situation that closely, but I haven't really. It hasn't to me. It hasn't seemed like it's been that much animosity, or both sides can't come to the table. That hasn't really. It hasn't really seemed like that to me. So I don't know why they wouldn't be able to get it done. Me personally, I don't know why they wouldn't be able to get it done.
Okay. Fair. Well, these are good arguments I like here. Some good arguments. But let's move on to the next segment because, we've been talking about this man since the beginning of this podcast, and it's time to get the bag, man. Hey, it's time for this man to say,
"Give me my money."
And this is what we talking about segment 3. Where's Jalen's bag? Everybody else got a bag, but Jalen ain't got no bag. I'm like, what, he didn't just take your ass to the Super Bowl? I'm like, he didn't get second place in the MVP race. I'm like, he didn't lead the team to 16-1 as a starter. I'm like, this man scored 3 touchdowns in the Super Bowl on his own back. On his own back. Yes, he fumbled. Let's not forget that. But he scored 3 touchdowns on his own back. So I'm like, where's Jalen's money? Where's his deal at?
All I heard was first loser. That's all I heard.
Ugh, Jesus. That one hurt.
That's all I heard.
That one hurt. Now, that's all you heard, Marque?
That's all I heard.
2 is not a winner and 3 nobody remembers.
Yeah, suck it up, Buttercup. Suck it up.
Suck it up, Buttercup. Let's play a little game, and we're gonna look at Sports Track. And so, like, this breaks down Jalen's projected value right here. So this is Sport Track. This is where we get all this information from right here. So here's Jalen Hurts, second round draft pick in 2020. Man's 24 years old, 3 years experience. Calculated value is $44.2 million. Not bad. Not bad. Market value, 6 years, $265. Think that's possible? Let's zoom it in. Let's zoom it in a little bit. Let's just zoom it in a little bit for everybody can't see what Sports Track is saying.
I think it's possible. He definitely can make more than Kyler Murray. I'm gonna say that off the top.
Yeah, Kyler Murray is 230 right now, averaging $46 million a year, 46.
Yeah, but I wouldn't make him be the highest paid quarterback. That's for sure. But I think based off what he's done,
Aaron Rodgers is still the highest paid.
Yeah, he's not an Aaron Rodgers. I mean, let's be real. But I believe it would probably be in the Phillies' advantage to go ahead and re-sign him before he hit free agency. Because he's gonna ask for even more money.
Yeah,
they with inflation and all that. So just go and get the deal out of the way now. Put him to a long-term deal. Like I said, if you give him a 6-year deal, that's perfect. Don't do a 4-year, do a 6-year. Because that way you can have accelerators. Yep. You have a chance if he flames out after the 4th year, you can cut bait or do what you need to do.
Yeah, you can put like a clause in there, a trade clause in there, something 4-year, depending on how.
Yeah, just give some good upfront guaranteed money. That's all we ever want anyway, right?
How much do you think he should get guaranteed? Should he get the $100 million like Derek Carr got?
Yeah, he should get it.
Okay, that's fair. He needs to roll up in there and be like,
"Give me my money."
Yeah, then the rest of them ain't gonna be just incentive deals. I mean, make a Pro Bowl, make it to the playoffs. You gonna get this,
Honestly, I think he should get more than the $100 million guaranteed because he took the team to the Super Bowl, dude. What has Derek Carr done?
I don't know.
He's probably going to get more than he's probably going to get more than 100 million.
I say 150 mil. I would say 150 mil guaranteed.
Yeah, because
let the rest of it be incentives.
I think like Marque said, I think he's probably going to get anywhere from a 5 to 6 year deal. He's probably going to get a 6-year deal, I feel, and he's gonna be making a lot of money, man. He's gonna be raking in a lot of money, man. Trust me.
Yeah. Only problem is man, he's gonna handcuff his team though, man. It's the only problem with that.
Yeah,
But
but that's I
you gotta
mean,
get
that's
paid.
I mean, that's a
That's the
part of the
business.
game,
Yeah, that's the business.
you
Though.
know. That's the highest paid position. So
Yep.
um, you know, it kind of is what it is, you know.
Bro, look at all these players that's around his in this age group. How much they're getting paid. Kyler
Yeah.
Murray. I
Yeah,
mean,
he
all I
just
can say
signed
with
that deal
Kyler
last
Murray
year.
is
Hey,
fail on the
Kyler Murray got
Cardinals
smart.
with that.
Kyler Murray got a smart ass agent though, because he pulled that trigger right before he kind of imploded. So then he got a good agent. He before they had the coach issue and all that, he got a new deal.
Yep. Deshaun Watson. I don't know what he's got left, but he got a good ass agent, man. Especially especially all the Bill Cosby ish, behavior
he
he
got a
had
great
going
agent.
on. Yeah. You hear that,
But
Lamar?
look,
Agent.
hey,
Agent.
hey, but shout out to Deshaun Watson, man. I got a feeling, man, he gonna have a way better season next year. Like,
You think
he kind of got his feet wet this season. I think next season, man. I think he gonna take off next season, man. I just got this weird feeling, man.
The one thing we have to take into consideration, guys, is that Deshaun Watson, he didn't even play a full season. You understand what I'm saying? Didn't even play a full season, and so that's something that we have to take into consideration. Me personally, that's kind of how I feel. I mean, look, guys, that's a lot of money right there on the table. You're talking about 46 million a year. You're talking about 43.5 million a year. You're talking about 40 million a year. I mean, it just gets me excited talking about that type of money. It really does. It really gets me excited talking about the type of money. So, I mean, guys, hey, it's it's time for guys to get paid. Hey, it's time to get paid. You know what I'm saying?
Look, 40 million, 45 million. What's the difference?
Hey, I'm trying to tell you.
Just get paid.
It'll be a big difference in my life. Shit, 5 million.
No, just get me in the door. Look, just get me in the door.
Look,
40,
look,
45,
that's what
whatever. Just get me in there.
Look, that's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Get me in the door, man. I ain't choosing. Just get me in there.
It gets me excited.
Choosing, Marque?
Yeah, just get me in the range, man. I ain't choosing.
Hey.
Oh, we can't pay you 45. We pay you 43. Okay, cool. Let's go. Let's sign. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
Oh, that is funny.
Man. You are funny. You are funny, my guy. You are funny. All right. Here we go, man. Here we go. So we're going into the biggest topic of the NFL right now. Yesterday, I'll just pop it up. We're going to call it the Lamar Jackson Sweepstakes. Because yesterday, the Baltimore Ravens decided to give a non-exclusive franchise deal to their MVP, Lamar Jackson. And you know what I say to that? This is going to be a very interesting, offseason now, because who knows what's going to happen right now? Like, who really knows what's about to happen? Lamar Jackson basically can get traded for 2 first-round draft picks for a team that meets the salary cap requirements that he has. I think he's guaranteed, I think I said 43 million, because he's guaranteed 120% of his current contract value. And so 43 million. And I've seen some stuff in the news that's kind of got me a little bit worried about his situation, because they said there's some collusion going on. Of you guys about that.
Between teams?
Yeah, man. I didn't realize this till today. I was reading this article right here, and I'm gonna pop it up real quick. Lamar Jackson collusion accusations flying around NFL with little interest in the QB star. So the biggest thing about this is, Ravens used the franchise tag on Tuesday. Though their future together remains in flux. Baltimore opted for the non-exclusive tag, meaning Jackson can field offers from other teams. Though it appeared several quarterback-needy teams were out quickly. And I'm just like, really? The teams that need them the most, and I'm going to zoom in a little
Right.
bit because I need you guys to see this like I saw it.
I see. I want to cry.
Teams that needed the most. Multiple reports right here of teams that took the Falcons, Commanders, Dolphins, Panthers, and Raiders are out of the mix. That don't make no sense, right?
Yeah.
And so, like, it's not the first time I saw this. I heard it from another podcaster I follow, and they mentioned the same thing. I'm like, how are these teams out of it? Dolphins, I can understand being out of it. I don't even think they have a first-round pick because they traded it off. But the Falcons, the Commanders, the Panthers, and the Raiders are out.
Yeah.
For a former MVP. Not a runner-up. An MVP. So
this is the question. This is the question that I would have to ask, guys, and this is the first thing that comes to mind. Collusion against Lamar Jackson. Okay, the first question I have is what has Lamar Jackson done illegally? That's the first question I have. What has he done illegally? Has he gotten in trouble with the law? That's the first question that I would have. The second question that I would have is, are the powers that be that upset that he is trying to get a deal without an agent? Are the powers that be that upset about that? I mean, that's the first two questions that I would have, because it just doesn't make any sense for teams that know they need a quarterback, and the Falcons should be the first one. The Falcons should be the first one up there because they don't have a quarterback. They're trash. They should be the first ones in line. And they're talking about, oh man, we don't need that, huh? Right. That doesn't make any sense to me. So I mean, I don't know what you guys think, but those are just my two initial questions about this situation.
I mean, if you look at it, what JJ Watt tweeted, why all these teams so publicly saying this? I mean, now could this be a bait and switch? Could we smoke and mirrors? It's possible. Maybe it's a business play. Maybe you want people to think you out of the mix, to alleviate the competition and swoop in the ninth hour before the draft or during the draft. Like, hey, I'm gonna give up. For example, the Falcons, I'm gonna give up our first round quarterback we drafted last year in 2 picks for Lamar Jackson. And that's very possible.
Yeah, I mean, that is.
I don't see him not landing anywhere else. I don't see him not be able to land another job. It have to stay with the Ravens on a non-exclusive tag. Because if you do that, he might well don't even play. Honestly, don't even risk yourself like that. You already got hurt already on a contract year and got injured. But at the end of the day, man, I hate to say it, man, I got to put some Lamar Jackson, man. I mean, I understand he wanted his mom to be his agent, or that, and that's cool. But you gotta understand, like when you doing deals in the NFL, how many times you go to the negotiation table? You maybe do it once, maybe twice in your career. If you blessed, 3 or 4 times, But it's not like you can just go gain experience doing it over and over again like a sports agent does, who steadily talk to CEOs, who have relationships with teams, relationships with, the owners of these teams. He who knows? He could be a team that might need a favor. Hey, look, I know you got such and such as who you represent. So, if I give you this guy, I need you to take this guy. Just don't know. They can't will and deal with somebody who not be negotiable or reasonable. Cause it's like I said, like Davon, he keeps saying it's a business. At the end of the day, it's a business. And if you ain't there to do business and play ball, Ain't nothing you can do. It ain't about what's right and wrong, what's fair. It's what they're doing, what they want to do, and what's gonna make them money in the end.
Yeah, Chris, I want you to follow up, clean up on this, man. This is just my quick thoughts on the whole situation. Okay, I've been seeing a lot of things on social media about, oh man, Lamar Jackson this, Lamar Jackson that. The first thing I want to say is that I want Lamar Jackson to get his money because Lamar Jackson deserves his money. But again, like Marque said, this is a business, right? This is a business, and it's kind of like this. Okay, let's talk about the differences between the non-exclusive tag and the exclusive tag. Okay, the exclusive tag, if the Ravens would have put the exclusive tag on him, Lamar Jackson would have been guaranteed the average of the top 5 salaries at his position. So the top 5 quarterback salaries at his position, he would have been guaranteed that for one season. And if the Ravens wanted to trade him, they could trade him for anything, like anything. For the non-exclusive tag, he's only guaranteed $32.5 million, and pretty much any team can pretty much do an offer sheet, right? They can do an offer sheet, they can sign him, and they'll have to give up 2 first-round picks, and the Ravens have the options to match that offer sheet. In my opinion, you can get more than 2 first-round picks for Lamar Jackson. You can get more than that. So if you're putting the non-exclusive tag on him, what that tells me is that, hey, I just want to take 2 first-round picks so I don't have to deal with this headache anymore.
Right.
That's the mentality that I feel about this situation. That's just how I feel.
Yeah. And I feel like, too, I'm like you, Von, man. I feel like something else is there, man. Maybe he had a setback with his injury. Maybe he ain't healing all the way. I don't know. Because this is real odd, man, that he got that non-exclusive tag. And he means a lot to Baltimore. I mean, I'm to the city. So it's real odd, man.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. We're gonna hear something, man. Close we get to the draft. Some gonna come out.
Look, the Baltimore Ravens, I don't know what the Baltimore Ravens like franchise value is, but the Ravens, they may have been okay with getting a ring in 2000 and just going to the playoffs every year, and then getting a ring in 2012, and then just going to the playoffs and then getting a ring. Like, they may be okay with getting a ring every 10 years and just raking in that cash. That may be what they're okay with. I don't know.
Right.
I have no idea. So it's a lot of questions, man. It's a lot of questions.
Yeah. Hey, man, think about it, man. When they won those rings, man, who were their quarterbacks? Let's look at that. What kind of quarterbacks do they have? You know what I'm saying? So, Lamar Jackson was cool. He kind of fell in our lap in the draft, but this ain't the guy we normally would have picked. So,
yeah. But who are they going to move on from? I mean, he is an MVP. He is MVP. He won the MVP.
Oh yeah.
Can't take that away from him. Like,
and his consideration.
Yeah, his playing style fits today. I mean, the way he plays is the way the league is going.
Hey, look.
He just don't have the best arm, honestly. Like, he could throw it right, but his accuracy is not the best. Let me say that.
Yes, but at the same token, let's just be 100% honest. Since Lamar Jackson has been the quarterback, what number 1 receiver has he had?
That's true. You're right.
What number 1 receiver has he had? I mean,
all he had was the little running backs. That's it.
What dependable running back? What dependable running back has he had?
None.
I mean, all of them suck.
They had a
all
running
of
back. They had running back since Ray Rice, man. Let's just be
Yes.
honest.
And Lamar Jackson wasn't even the quarterback at that time.
He wasn't even there. He wasn't even there.
Hey, and speaking of Ray Rice, you get
Well, I mean, man.
that.
He was in the wrong city, man. He should have been in Troy, Alabama. He'll never happen. Never got called.
This guy is crazy. This guy is
Oh God damn!
Hey, shout out to Troy Trojans, man. Go Trojans, you know. Go Trojans.
Yeah.
Sunbelt champs. You know.
Yeah, but I mean, look, we all know where we want Lamar to go because
Badly.
if he comes to the spot I want to, come on, man. You know, welcome to Atlanta. Hey, welcome to Atlanta. Come on down, man. Look, if Lamar was down here, we'd be like this, baby. Hey, I'm going first.
Look, guys.
First going
Look,
to the ball
guys.
in the jersey. Woo!
Look, guys.
That'd
Look.
be crazy.
Look.
That'd be crazy.
I need a Lamar Jackson jersey. Okay. I need Falcon season tickets. I need a parking space, and I need a parking space at the stadium.
Right.
I need an Airbnb that I can stay in every home game.
Right.
I need a package that I can get so I can get the potential playoff games. I need a package for the potential away games. I need everything that I can get associated with the team. Okay, that's what I need. I need everything I can get associated with the
Here's
team. Everything.
Here's the Vaughn saying. that's how the
Everything. I need everything associated with the team.
Come on, man. Desmond Ritter don't do that for you.
No, he does not. He's not doing it. He's not doing it. I only need look. I watched one game, and this is my problem. This is my problem with this, man. Look, guys, I live in Alabama, okay? So since I live in Alabama, we have the local game. The local game is gonna be the Falcons, okay? It's just what it is. The local game will be the Falcons. I was watching the game because that's all I could watch. And when I see you being 0 for 4 in the first half, 0 for 4 in the first half, I said, nope, it's
pretty
time.
bad,
I only needed one game. I only needed one game, man. I only needed one game to see that this guy right here is not going to be it at all.
I was like this.
Yeah. It's like we really want the Falcons to be good. And like you said, we know it starts with a quarterback. But it's like if they can't acquire somebody, you know, they played Lamar Jackson, like they're not gonna draft one when they just draft one last season. They're not gonna do it. And especially when he
give up the bag. Give up the bag.
Granted,
give up
the 4 games I saw, he was terrible. So hey, trust me, I'm not saying that he should be the quarterback of the future. I ain't saying that.
Desmond Ritter.
I'm just saying business-wise and cap-wise, you might be stuck with this dude. Like you might legit be stuck with him until
you know what every Falcons fan gonna do? That's gonna be every game.
Hey, bro, honestly, fortunately, we used to it.
You don't want to just get used to pain.
I'll be honest with you, man. I'll be honest with you, man. I already have Matt Ryan back, man. What we got right now, to be honest with you. Because at least Matt Ryan, at least when he was out in the field, I felt I may have had some chance of winning.
Jesus, how desperate are we? You on that last call when you drunk as a skunk and you just looking around and you looking for just anything with a slit between his legs. That's what you. That's what you.
Arthur Blank call like, look, Matt. You know what? Can I call you Matty Ice? Can I call you Matty Ice? Listen, I need you. I need you to come back for one season, man. I just need you to.
Nah, Matt Ryan. This is what I tell you.
Game over.
It's over.
Come on, man.
Over.
I was bring him a comment. Let's bring the band back.
Out.
Let's go get Julio Jones. Let's go get Julio Jones too. Let's bring the band back. Let's put all the boys back together now.
Game.
To both of y'all niggas, it's over. It's over. It's over.
Oh man,
it's over.
This guy.
Both of y'all need to go.
Crazy. This guy is crazy.
Man,
Crazy.
Man. But
Like,
hey, as things unfold, we'll figure out what's gonna happen. But hey, man, it's gonna be an interesting off season. They even talk about old ass Brady coming back. I mean, I'm like, what the fuck?
they told him coming back.
They're like,
guys, look,
lying.
guys. There is nothing to that story. There is no
about
meat
to say,
on that bone at all.
look,
There's no meat on the bone.
Brady, it's over. Sit your ass down. You are the greatest.
I don't think he could have signed that. I'm pretty sure when he signed that Fox deal, there was some kind of clause in there that said, "Hey, look, you signed this deal, you can't come back. You can't go back to the league."
But think about, but think about the situation. Like I said, man,
Brady.
I can't tell a man what to do. I can't tell a man what to do and what decisions to make. But this is just how I'm looking at it, guys. I've won 7 Super Bowls. I've won NFL MVP trophies. I've been to 15 conference championship games. Okay. I've played for over 20 seasons. I've won a championship. I've won championships in the AFC. I've won a championship in the NFC. There's not a team that I haven't beat. like, why can't I just go to Fox and just make this bread? At this point, I'm just going to Fox and just make the bread. I mean,
or work it.
What can I do?
Or work
exactly.
it all.
Exactly. Like, there's no like. What else do I have to prove? Everybody already says
0. Jack shit. You have jack shit to prove. All right.
like everybody already says I'm the greatest, and I haven't even and we were saying this, and I have not even retired yet. I had not even retired yet, and they had already said I'm the greatest. So what am I playing for?
Right.
What am I playing for? It's just like, oh no.
You ain't got no home no more, so it don't even matter about that. It's like,
wow.
You don't.
This
Giselle
guy
said
is
she's
crazy,
over you.
man. This guy is
She
crazy.
said she was over
y'all. This guy is crazy.
I'm just saying, look, Giselle said
Brady,
she's over you.
Brady told me, man, she was past her prime anyway. That's what Brady told me.
Oh, damn. She said, Brady said,
It's okay. It's a couple of, you know how they do now. It's a couple of 19, 20-year-olds calling his name.
That is true.
Don't do it, Brady. Don't do it.
Hey,
No.
but guys, thank you so much. You know, hey, round of applause to my team. Y'all bring the heat, man. Y'all bring the heat. Hey, like we always say, thank you for joining us on the Fantasy Cookout. Remember to like and subscribe on all platforms: YouTube, TikTok, IG, Twitter. Fuck it, we in Spotify. We all over the place, man. Hey, go keep this content coming like we said. Like and subscribe, man. We appreciate you listening. Hey, leave comments. You know, if you find anything absurd that we've said, I don't care. Post on the comment section. Hey, ain't no bad news, but good news. Hey. And I'd like to thank everybody for joining us. Until next week, peace.